Hello, everyone. This is your friend Divyesh Dave, and welcome to the day number 22. I hope you have completed your project, uh, and I'm waiting for your project that you can share in the group. And I believe that you are learning something every day. So all these things that we have learned in first 20 days, now we are applying all those things. And today we are going moving to our project number 2. So the first project was about creating a to-do list using the different kind of formatting and different kind of options. Today we are going to create the customer database form, which is really essential when we are creating some kind of flow in our work. This is the second important thing which we do at work. So first we have created the to do list. So welcome to the projects. We are here on day number 22, but we are doing the project number 2. Now, just I just want to show you how it looks. Let's say we have this data set of customer database. So we have this form whenever a new customer enters in our business, or they come for doing business. We create a database of customer because this database will help us to create invoicing, and also that's why this database is really important. So what I have added here is, let's say, company ID, which you can create. It's internal data. Then company name, the full company name, the company type, maybe that it's a private limited or limited, address line 1, 2, or 3. I think maximum it will cover all the uh, address letters. And then comes the city, then country, pin code, contact person, then contact number, email ID, VAT number, or maybe if you are in India, it's GST number, corporate tax number, or income tax number, whatever you have, PAN card number, or something like that. And then due diligence means whether we have done our due diligence with the customers, or we have created this drop down menu done in process. The one thing that I would recommend when you do this project, I would like you to do this country drop down as well. I will try to explain you how to do, and we have already learned this in our previous sessions. So you can create drop down in country, in city, in company type like private limited, limited if you have limited kind of companies and profiles that you are dealing with. Uh, okay, so next come the KYC status. KYC means all the related legal documents of the company. If KYC falls into your company, so received or pending, you can create these kind of things. Now, when we fill this data, what we need to find is, let's say, I just fill the sample data A, B, C. Sorry, the let's say the company ID. So this is our internal ID. So let's say I create the series of comp 1001. So when I fill this, this just change the color of this particular cell, that something has been filled here. And then also company name, let's say Apple Inc. Then again company type, private limited. Address line, let's say, just I'm not filling the whole, but I'm just putting the normal one. Let's say Dubai, Dubai city, also Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and pin code whatever you but 10001. And then contact person, let's say Mr. John. As you are filling, it is confirming that this something has been filled here, right? Then contact, let's say 000 12121, something like that. And then email ID. Email ID is like uh, a Apple Inc @ gmail.com. VAT number, let's say 123 A5. I'm just filling in the sample data, corporate tax, something like this. And due diligence, yes, in process. We have not completed the complete due diligence. We are waiting for few documents, and few KYC documents are pending. So this is how we have submitted, we have created our form. So whatever data we have received from the customer, we have filled this data, and now the magic happens. When we click add entry, it will add the entries in our database. Can you see this? This is the magic happens. So all the data comes here. Do you want to try it again? And it becomes blank. So let me just take this sample data for a while. Okay, and when we create add entry, it will create the entry. So this form you can create. So that is our project for the day. Now the colors and customization, you can do as many as you want. It is completely depends on you. But I'm just going to show you the the flow which you can follow, so you can create this kind of forms. Okay, so this is the flow we are going to keep for the day. Like first step is creating tables for database, then add forms, the simple forms, then creating fill forms, something like this, and formatting it, then adding lists or masters, and then add conditional formatting and effects. So like if blank, if not blank, and then add buttons, something like this. When we click that button, automatically the data fills in the table, and then keep it blank. Then record the macro, which we have just record. I just shown you the magic of macro, and then connect macro with the button. This is the step we are going to follow. Okay, so this is our database. Let's see. I'm going to start with the Scratch. So let's say we have this sheet and we create the database. So I'll keep for the sample that we are creating, I'll keep the name short DB and then FM, something like that. Okay. So just think about in your company, whether you are working, what are the data sets you want to hit? Let's say this is just my suggestions. So these are the database came into my mind. So that's why I've just created this. So these are our database, and then we just make it proper. Okay, and then we also put the company name. Let's say the same company we will use, ABC Limited, list of no database of customers, or maybe database of customers. So this we can create, and then we just go to here, Control Shift End. We just select two or more rows and Control T, and then my row has header, my table has header, and then enter. So first we convert the uh, normal data sets that we have created in the headers. We convert them into the table. Next we create the form file, so FM. Now before that, I want to show one more thing which Excel provides us, the sample form. The sample form is in the developer tab. You can see that we have, let's say, uh, here, yeah, in the option menu, sorry. When we click in any cell of the table, we can actually bring the simple form, something like this, provided by the Excel. So this is also one way to fill the data. Let's say, let me just fill this. Sorry, tab, 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 tab. You don't need to create this box. It automatically creates when you create the table. You just need to insert the table and then enter. So it will add all the data here. So right now I'm deleting the data, but I want to show you how you can bring this table. You just go to File menu, then Options, and then you can see this Customize Ribbons. In Customize Ribbon, you just click here in all the commands, and you go here and then click FO. Right now it has been added here. That's why it will not show here. So just go F, and then you will find here FORM, font size, and here you will find form. So this form should be in your what you can say here in the menu bar. So for doing this, you need to create a custom tab. So you create a new tab, then you click here and then you transfer this into, first you create the new tab, then you create new group, and in that new group you just click here and you bring that into the new group. So these three steps you need to follow. Right now it is already added, that's why it is not showing me to add. But in case you are creating your own group, you just create maybe any other tab like form, and then in form you create new group, and then in new group you create the you just add this form from this icon, and it's done. So right now I have created in this tab DD, and the new group is form. So once you inserted that, you just select any, you just put your cursor at any cell in the database, the customer database, and then you click in the form, and the form pops up. That's it. So this is the simple way to fill. So you just avoid any data, avoid mistakes filling any data. Sometimes we miss when the table is something like this from left to right. It's with just uh, coming on and on and on. So better to fill the data something like this in this kind of form. Now second is a completely different, which I've shown you here. We are creating this kind of data to fill our database, something for this database. So the one thing that we need to do is we need to create the header. So we just keep the first column very small, and then we select how many selected. So one, two, three, four, five. So we have selected five. So one, two, three, four, and five. And we just merge everything. So we know the format, Alt HMC. Now it is done. It is done. So we need to just create a simple setting here. Let's say serial number, then serial number of the detail, then the header, the information header, serial number, information header, then two dots, then the fill data and the tick mark. Okay, so here we will put customer data form. Then we just go Alt HAC, Alt HAM, Alt HAC, Control B, and then we just increase the size, and we press Control 1, and in this Control 1 we just go to fill, and here when you fill this you just go to fill effect. Yeah, so in this fill effect you can create different kind of effects like vertical or horizontal. I'll just create the horizontal, and I'll put um, the dark shade, something like this, and then you click OK. You can change the color in upper side also, like you can just put light blue, something like this, and it will give you the nice shade. Okay, okay. Now we will just change the font color to white. Okay, so this is our sample header. Now we will create the serial number. So Alt HBA and then 1. Either you can add a +1 sequence, whatever you want. I'll just keep it simple. Alt EIS, enter. Alt HAC, center. How many we have? I think we have 18. Yeah, 16. So you can add as many column as you want. Okay, and as many rows you want. And then we'll just increase the size of little bit. You can also do it with Alt HOW, increase the width. But right now Alt HAM to make it center. Then Alt HBA, and then I'll just copy this. You can create as many as you want, but right now I'm just taking the sample here. So this is our sample ready, and I'll just make it bold. Also, we'll just color it a little bit different. So let's say dark blue, and then this column, we'll just increase the size of this. We'll make it bold, and then we'll drag it to last, and then we'll make it center. Okay, so now the second is our main information which will come here. So Alt HPA, then again here F4. F4 means repeating the command. So this is our data ready. Okay, so this is our table which is ready. Let me just change it little bit. So I just reduce the size so you can watch it in only one page view first, something like this. It doesn't matter if it is not coming in right now, just to show you that all the sets has been added here. The main thing is the data should come here, and that data we can use to create multiple reports. Maybe we can use it in invoices. Okay, so let me just quickly move to this. Now the first conditional formatting, this is something we need to do. And so here you can see that it is showing the blue, right? So what we will do is we'll just go here and we will add the blue with the conditional formatting. First conditional formatting, new rule. So let's say format only cells that contains, and here you select the blanks. If there is a blank, you just uh, color it with a simple light blue or any color you want. Okay, and it's done. Now this data, this is something related to the fonts. So we will put it here is equal to, and yeah, one more thing, we will add one more, which is conditional formatting, highlight, let's say, where it is, new rule. And then again, we will go to the same tab. And if no blank, that means the data has been filled. So it will change the color to little bit darker side. Uh, the data will, the form will be this, and the font will be white. Okay, okay. So let me just show it to you, something like this. It looks beautiful, right? So when we fill the data, it will automatically change the color. So it's all about the conditional formatting. Now the one thing that we need to bring it here, the tick mark. So we will just put the simple formula: if this is equal to some data, that means here, so keep the data, or you put the P. I'll show you how it will work, and then enter. Okay, now this P is different in different fonts. So there is this font called, let me just check it, the Wingdings 2. Okay, so what you will do is change this font to Wingdings 2. Wingdings, where is Wingdings? Wingdings, yeah, Wingdings 2. So it will change the font into the tick mark that is in that font. So can you see this? Now it has changed the P into this. We'll align it center, Alt HAC, and then we'll just drag it to this. So this formula will work. So every time we fill something, it will not only change the color, but also it will bring the tick mark. But we also want to bring the green color of this, right? So what we'll do is we'll simply go to the conditional formatting. It's all about conditional formatting. We are putting so many, right? So just put here, if no blank, then click it. The text should be, let's say, light green, and the fill should be dark green. Okay. So something like this. Oh, sorry, it's going down. You don't need that much data. Okay. So this is the first thing that we have done, created our sample database and our sample form. Second thing we need to do is we need to bring this button. So to bring this button, we need to keep a working. Working means, let's say we go here and then we'll just go here. We'll create a working. It's just it's not any special thing, but just a button that we are creating here. We just increase the size of this, and then we will put add entry. We just increase the size so it matches here. I'll show you how it will work. And let's say size of this is mm, let's say dark blue, and the color is light blue. So this is the entry. Now, uh, one more thing we need to add is equal to, we need to count if all the data has been filled. So it will related it is related to our formula. Okay, so let me show you how. Let me make it light, and then I'll change it to the dark one. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to put a conditional formatting here, which says that if all the data has been filled, change this color to the dark. So it gives us a pop-up field that yes, all the data has been filled. Now you can add entry into the database. So, okay, are you understanding what I'm trying to say is it just gives us the alert that all the data has been filled. Now you can add this data to our database. So we'll just go to conditional formatting, and then first we need to copy this formula, and of course freeze this so we don't, just go here, alt F4, and then we'll copy this, and then we'll go to conditional formatting, new rule, go to down, this use a formula, and then we'll put in this formula, copy paste here is equal to 16, and then we'll change this again to dark button, and then light font. So it automatically, appears that yes, the data has been filled. Now you can add it. Okay. But if there is no data, so it will not give us the alert. I hope you understood this, right? Now the one more thing we need to do is we need to change this into the button. So how we can do this? A very simple trick, nothing special, but just copy this, and then come here, paste special, and paste as a picture. That's it. Nothing special. Now, when you create a picture from this cell, it gives the whole lot of options how you can, um, modify this picture, like colors and everything. It will give you a whole lot of options. So let me just add some kind of animation or some kind of effect. Let's say this one, or maybe this one. Yeah, looks nice, right? And this, don't worry about this. This part will go down, so it will not show you. So far, so good. So let's just try our basic data set. Let me just add the real data. There's a company ID, com 1001. Yeah, one more thing. When you're filling the data, keep the format same. Either you fill all in the capital, or you fill the normal, like first letter capital and then small. Okay, but right now I'm just keeping it capital. So let's say Apple Inc. Then company type limited, address line, let's say USA or New York. I'm not filling the whole address, but I'm just putting the New York, then country USA, pin code, let's say 50001. Then let me just add it, keep it to the left. Contact person, Mr. Tim Cook. We will directly add him as a customer. So we can directly call him. Let's say his contact number is uh, 5002. This is not his contact number. I'm just I'm just filling it timcook@gmail.com. So Tim Cook is using Gmail. How strange it is. But anyways, we are just taking the sample data. So VAT number is 699000 ASD, something like this. Corporate tax number is also same, but maybe we can put CO, so corporate tax. Due diligence, I think it's been done. Yeah, we forgot one thing, which is our drop downs. So in the drop downs, we need drop downs. Let's say LS. LS means list, or you can say also MS. MS means masters. We remember we created masters in our last sheet. So we need to create the masters for our due diligence. And also you need to create the country masters so that you can create the drop down in country area. So when you do this project at home, please create the country masters also. Okay, I'm just keeping it blank for you guys. So you have to do this. And second is KYC, KYC documents, whether you have received or not. And then let's say due diligence. How? What are the options we had? We had like done, in progress, in process, and pending. So done. Sorry, I just changed the name of this file. Rename. MS means master. Done. Pending. Not done. In progress. In process. In process, pending, and done. KYC received, pending. Country, let's say USA or UAE, India, Australia. So uh, you need to add at least 20 countries. That's your task. Okay. And then the way I am creating drop down, you need to create for this country as well in the country format. So database form, sorry, not the data, but the form will go here. We'll go the data, data validation. In data validation, we'll create the list. And in this list, we just give the reference from our masters, which is our due diligence list. Enter. And it's done. But make sure if you have any any data which is not fixed, but it is always adding new samples, so make sure you create this thing into the table. So otherwise you will miss the new data. But if it is a table, it will automatically add new things in this particular drop down, because it becomes dynamic now. So we just click here, let's say pending, automatically the color change. Now the KYC, here we need to go to this data validation list, and then we'll just give the link to this master that we have created and pending. So hopefully we have completed almost everything to generate our data set. The form has been ready. Now comes the magic of macro. So what we need to do is we need to bring this data into our database. So let me just take it here. Okay. So we'll just create a simple 3 or 4 steps macro. We will record the macro. You know that macro helps us to record our repeating task. So the first task is we copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So we are going to automate that task. So it will help you to understand the power of macro also. So how to do this? Just go to developer, record macro. Yeah, before that, we just need to create one more sheet, which is, let's say, test. Test means the sample. We can hide it later. So what we'll do is we'll just copy this into the test, and then from test we'll bring it to our database as a new inserted row. And that's our macro. And then we will link it to this add button. Okay, let's do this. We'll go to developer tab and start recording the macro. We will name it as a add customer and then done. So it started. So what we'll do is we'll just copy this whole area. We'll go to test anywhere. Let's say start with A, Alt ESV and then transpose. We are not going to do to copy the format, otherwise it will affect our database table as well. So we'll just create as a simple value and it's done. This is the first step. Second step, we'll copy this. We'll go to our database and then we'll go to the uh, first cell and then you right click, insert, or maybe we can just go here, insert, home, insert, and insert the copied cell. So when you do this, all the data of whatever we have filled comes here. Now we will go to FM and then we will delete this. Done. So our database is blank. Everything is set. And then we will stop this macro. It's done. So as we are doing this simple macros, I am also showing you the power of macro, what you can do. And what about VBA, like Visual Basic? It's nothing but all the coding that has been done by macro on the back end. So most of the people do back coding by their own. You can learn that as well, but it's very time consuming. So better to just record the macro and link with the button. That's it. So that's the coding. Now what we need to do is just need to go to this button, assign macro, and this add customer macro has been assigned to this. Done. This is done. Now let's try this and test it whether it's working or not. So let's say we want to add another company. Company ID is company. So this is your internal coding which you want to keep as per your books or any other coding you want to put. So comp 1002, company name, Windows INC. Let's bring Windows in this data set. So Apple is already there now. We are bringing the second company. So we are dealing in all high value clients, no low companies. We don't need low companies. Company type always limited. Yeah, this is also New York. Let's fill New York right now. I don't know exactly the head office. New York, country USA, pin code 5001, and contact person Satya Nadella, Mr. Satya Nadella, sorry. And then contact person, you can put contact number, you can put any number. Then email ID, Mr. Satya Nadella. He is also using maybe Gmail. VAT number, let's say this is this. And some kind of VAT is some kind of coding, so codification from the government. So let's keep it simple. And then due diligence, either you put Alt arrow down or you can just select from mouse. So let's say in process, and here you can say pending. So this is done. Now comes the magic of bringing this data set into our table. So just click this. Where is it gone? It's gone. But it comes here. This is the magic of macro. And you can add as many companies or add many database. But the thing is, you simplify the process so that when you put top to bottom, what is your word, vertically, yeah, it becomes easy for you to understand what you are feeling exactly, but rather than just doing horizontally from left to right and just filling it and you don't know where exactly it's end, right? So it is a beautiful way. Right now we have very limited data set, but let's say you have 100 data fields, so how you will do that? So better to just simply create this kind of forms, so it will give you uh, you know uh, more options and more control over this data, and you can beautify, you can add so many options. Like you can also add here that that button that we have created, something like this, or maybe this checklist button on. So you link that into the different cell, and then from that cell you link the conditional formatting formula. That's it. So this is all for the day, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you understood this. I will add this file into our Google Drive. I have added that Google Drive. I will paste the link in the description. Um, so this project you need to create by your own and add some creativity, add some additional information that you want to add, and yeah, add some this data validation to lock the data so no one can fill anything else. Let's say you can just freeze this data, and data validation, you just create, let's say, input message, or any value, or you can just freeze this data. Just try and learn about what we have what we have learned in last few sessions, and try to apply all these things here, like, and create this and beautify it. So this is all for today, guys. So we are on the 22 day number 22. We have created our second project, the customer database form, and also the customer database. So when you go to the link of Google Drive, you will see that this project folder, and also the sheet that we have as a list of all the sessions, what we have learned, and the tasks, and also the sample database which I was using to show you all these functions and functionalities. So in project folder, you will find all these project number one. Now this project I will also add there. So I hope you have learned something new today also. So as we are going through with the projects, you will learn more, because this is pure application, and I'm bringing all the practical things that I'm actually doing in my work. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have learned. Keep learning, keep practicing, because the more you practice in Excel, and one simple block you need to add. I have explained all the fundamentals which you need to start. Now every week you just set a target that this week on Sunday or Saturday I will learn something new in Excel. So what you're doing is you have understood the fundamentals. Now you're doing the project, and now you are adding one block every week. So maybe next year when you practice by your own, you can become master in Excel. But if you want to learn from me, just drop me a comment. So I will share you the class link if you want to learn with me, because there I will go even more deeper than all these things. But make sure you finish this 30 days challenge first, and you will learn a lot, believe me. So thank you so much. We have finished our day 22 as well. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care and keep learning, keep improving, keep practicing, of course. Have a great day. Bye. Take care.